right.
I didn't.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
No, I wasn't.
Hey, we're back. We made it. Episode 2, people.
Dos. I don't really know what the first word was.
That word always threw me off.
Yeah, do. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, when you would see it, and it would be D-E-U-X.
Is that dois?
Dois.
Yeah, okay. I felt very French saying that.
So, enough of that rambling.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hope you guys are doing well. We're back, and we're
Ready to
bringing you
go?
another episode. Hopefully a little bit better than the first one.
Probably not, but we're going to work on it.
Alright, so we're going to start it off with a quick tip. You want to give them our quick tip?
Yeah, so this whole episode is going to be about social media, how to grow Instagram, Facebook, just give you tips, tricks, things that we've learned, things that we've done that we wouldn't recommend to anybody else. But our tip would be using Canva.
Canva is a quality program. Right now you can get the app on iPhones. It is about to come out on Android, and you can use it on the computer. But it basically will give you access to free pictures, free templates for presentations, social media graphics. And I know that it's easy to use, especially if you sign up for an account, where if you do one picture, like you're trying to get it to fit Instagram, you can do the magic resize and click which social media ones you want, and it'll automatically do it for you. So you can get it across the platforms of Pinterest, Facebook, and it will automatically do it. You don't have to keep doing each one individually.
I use it a lot for my Pinterest graphics. It sizes it perfectly, fits your photos in there. You get to use really pretty fonts that are catchy. So most bloggers,
Most boogers?
the bloogers that are out there.
The beluga whales!
I love being a blooger. But they're using it to, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know, so just make sure you exit this out.
Do it over.
But it sizes it and gets something catchy out there on Pinterest.
Yeah, so check out canva.com. That's C-A-N-V-A, Canva. So that's our quick tip for today. And we are going to go to who our show's sponsored by today. Go ahead, tell them.
I'm really excited about this one. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the sign behind us. It's a beautiful, handcrafted wooden design by Wild Folk Lumber. So thank you, Rainey. If you get a chance, we just ask that you check her out. She's at etsy.com/shop/Wild Folk Lumber, which we will have on the website.
It'll be in the show notes section on our website, and the website is nofiltershow.com. Just go in there, click on episode 2, and you'll see the links to her Facebook, her Instagram, and the Etsy shop. There's some super cool products. We were definitely stoked when we got the sign in. She did a great job. So she does all kinds, and every single one is handmade. You can pick your stains, you can pick your lettering, you can basically pick whatever you want. So go check Rainey out. She does an amazing job, and yeah.
And we thank you.
Yeah. Word up.
Hey everyone, it's episode 2. Ryan and Christina here. I'm really excited because today we're talking about social media, and even deeper than that, we're talking about a platform that I love and know very well, which is Instagram.
Insta world.
The Insta space.
It's a crazy one.
It's a little chaotic.
It can be overwhelming.
Actually, that's the best word I would use. It's overwhelming. I think more for women than for men, because women just don't know how to get like all the dramatics out of it.
I remember when Instagram came out. It was simple. It was just pictures. There wasn't much to it. They didn't even frame the pictures to full frames if your thing didn't fit.
You know, it's funny. I was going through, which I'm sure we'll talk about this, about the whole new archive feature. So I was going through my pictures, and I found my very first Instagram post, and I lost it. It was so funny. It was a bottle of syrup at Pocahontas Pancakes.
Really?
Yes. And I used this really ridiculous filter. It was awful.
So when Instagram first came out, in the first year, they hit 1 million people by December.
Yeah, I read that statistic, and that blew my mind.
I mean, it has just absolutely blown up. People have gravitated towards it. It has been a place where you don't need flash drives and cables, and you don't have to connect. You can put your pictures right there for the world to see, and it houses everything. It was the newest photo album of its time, and it got bought.
by.
The Zuck.
Don't call him that.
The Zuckerberg.
Speaking of Zuckerberg, Ryan believes that Justin Timberlake played Mark Zuckerberg.
No,
in
I don't.
Social Network. Yes, you do.
I don't think he played Mark Zuckerberg. I'm saying he was in the movie,
Which was? What was
The
the movie?
Social Network.
Which I told you. You're
I
welcome.
watched it with you.
That could be true or false. But anyways,
Okay, so do you know when Facebook bought Instagram?
no, but I'm sure you do.
April 2012.
So that was what, 6, 7, what year?
7 years ago.
7 years ago. No, it
7
wasn't.
years ago. Oh, I'm
2012.
sorry. 5 years ago.
Yeah, now you feel like a dipshit.
Well, I was thinking 7.
Don't worry, I'll call you out, honey. That's what I'm here
Breaking
for.
7. 7-Eleven. Hey, that's an Ice Cube reference. For
Which I
anybody
would
that
not
didn't
know because I don't know hip hop.
Yeah, it's like Barbie.
Oh,
All right,
not
so
necessary. Did you know that adult users in the US have doubled since 2012 on Instagram?
really,
No, I just found that out, and I was pretty amazed by it actually because over half of 18 to 29-year-olds in the US are on Instagram.
do you know the biggest growing segment of user in the Instagram world right now?
No.
45-year-old women and up.
What?
The Cougs are taking over
Cougars for
Instagram
life.
because these women are posting pictures of themselves. They're digging in. They get it. The Cougars are the biggest growing.
Maybe we should not call them cougars. That might offend some people.
Well, I mean,
I know that's how you look at older women.
if someone
which
called me a DILF, I'd be okay with it.
I can't with you.
All right.
Hashtag
so,
we love cougars.
Hashtag the Coug. All right. So.
That sounded sexual. Go ahead.
All right. All right. So back to the Instagram. It has grown like crazy. So, Christina, tell me, how many users do you think are on Instagram right now?
The whole world. No,
Got
a
the
billion.
whole world in my
his
hands.
he's got the
All right,
whole.
seriously.
Sorry, you took it away from Jesus and brought it to you. A billion users.
1 billion users.
1 billion.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I love it.
So, it has grown immensely since when Facebook has taken over. And people are using it for business, people are using it for personal reasons. And let's actually dive right there into it. Do you think you should have a business or personal page?
I'm gonna have to start that off with saying that's completely up to you. Everybody's different. Everybody has their reasons for having a personal or a public account. I personally, about a year and a half ago, made my profile public. I think that I'm okay with sharing my life. I do it in a way that I know that I'm not going to affect anybody. I don't put anything about my kids on there that I'm going to be so sorry I put that. But I also regulate the shit out of who follows me. So you're not going to be.
How do you do that? How do you regulate if you have a public page that people can see? How do you regulate that?
Well, I usually go through and check everybody that's following me because you can see who follows you. It comes up and tells you in your feed. But I go through and I will dig into every profile, and I don't care if it takes time because with me, everybody that follows me on Instagram, we've talked about this. Ryan knows it. Usually I don't have a lot of guys because I don't feel like I have anything to offer to men. If you are a guy and you want to know about family life, go follow my husband on his Instagram page. But that's just how I am.
Stop right there for a second, because you just made a very good point. So one of the key things is what you're saying is that you need to define who you want to see your stuff.
Yes. I think any business, if you're a blogger and influencer, just so you know, bloggers and influencers, give yourself credit. That is a business. That is a company that you run. You are a brand. Define your brand.
Speaking of defining, Christina, can you define for us what an influencer is?
An influencer is somebody that is hired by a brand to give an authentic feel and voice to their product.
Why would somebody hire an influencer instead of buying a radio spot or a television commercial?
The way I always tell brands when I'm working on it is think about it. I have 4 kids, okay? If you're trying to sell a car seat, Do you want to listen to a radio ad where you could tell two people are pitching this product? Like, I really want you to know that Sally Sue is strapped in tight in her brick car seat. No, but what you want to do is you want to look at a mom who you've been following for 2 years. You've followed her through her whole pregnancy. You've seen every product that she used, and you know that you become friends. They're friends. You become friends with this woman. So you trust that what she's buying and putting her kids in is something that she stands behind and promoting. So brands, they want to hook up with those influencers and be like, listen, you have a voice. You're a physical being of what our product is all about.
So
was that good?
That was perfect. That actually spelled it out perfectly. So for anybody that did not know what an influencer was, she just absolutely broke that down for you. How do you become an influencer?
Well, I think, first off, a lot of people think that an influencer has so much to do with your following. This is I've had so many blogs that I've written, and I'm in so many Facebook discussion chats and blogger groups where we talk about, it's not about your following. It's about how you engage with your followers. You can have 900 followers, but if you are actively engaging and all of those 900 people that follow you are constantly asking you, where did you buy that? How do you feel about that? What kind of car seat do you use? Brands should be looking and following that, right? So that they're like, okay, well, that woman's killing it because everybody that's following her wants to know what she has.
I want to interject something real quick. If you just actually listen to the words that she just said, you'll find the reason of how to become an influencer. She just said when she's engaging, talking to people in Facebook groups, looking at and discussing different products and ways to do it. That's how you grow something.
Yeah,
you have to
good.
dig in, you have to research, you have to truly like what you're trying to do, because if you pull off that fake stuff,
people can sniff that out. I've had girls write and ask how they get into it and tell me that they don't even like to write. Well, if you don't like to write, people are going to know that. If you genuinely have a passion for helping other moms out and writing and giving them content that they want to read, then they're going to trust you. And brands are also going to feel safe with their product. Like, you are becoming a voice for their brand.
man, that's some. Hey, hit stop right now. Rewind what you just heard and play that back, because if you want some good quality stuff, that right there should break down, Instagram in a nutshell for you. So you need to be authentic, and what we like to say, drip authenticity, because people could smell your bullshit a mile away.
Oh my God, yes.
And if you have a core of people and they are engaging with you, engage back. Get them to discuss and talk with you.
And
that's how you actually start influencing the decisions that people are seeing, watching, buying. That's what an influencer is.
But can we take a minute too? A lot of people think that influencers, can you hear me? There we go. A lot of people now believe that sorry, my mic went off, it's on. A lot of people believe that influencers is now a bad thing. It is not a bad thing to be an influencer. It's not like I'm mind effing you. An influencer is just somebody that you follow because you appreciate and you. What's
I think a lot of people think of influencer like the Kardashians.
But yes, but even they're not so bad. I mean, there's some products where you're like, okay, you're just getting paid for that. Like, give it a break. An influencer is just somebody that genuinely believes in what they're selling and they know who they're selling it to.
But how do you decipher the people that are just getting paid and the product sucks versus the people that actually really like it?
I think, well, this comes down to, which is something that I've brought up before, is like, okay, a lot of people say that they don't have time to read blogs. Fair enough. Okay. But if you take time to read a blog and you can hear that influencer's tone, right? You can hear that they never are given a bullshit answer to anything. Or when you're following on Instagram and you're like, okay, they're giving the real and they're giving the raw, like if they don't like it, they're going to tell you they don't like it. And they're doing that on stuff that's not paid. Because nowadays with the, all of the, FTC, the Federal Trade, we now have to disclose when we're being paid for something. So if these women are giving an honest opinion on stuff that's not even paid, those are the women you can trust because they're going to give you an honest answer no matter what.
Real quickly, if you want to look up those rules, go to the FTC website and you can look at what you need to disclose if you are being paid for any product.
And you definitely want to read that stuff.
Yes, because going back to the Kardashians, they just had a big problem with some of the products that they were doing and how they had to rebrand a lot of their posts with that description.
Yes.
There is no more hashtag ad. You can't do that any longer. It's got to be completely different and it's got to be branded.
Well, can I say this too? That's another thing. Going back, a lot of people, when they see the word ad in front of a post, they get super pissed and they scroll right by. Don't hate on an ad. Like those women, if you go to work and you're making a paycheck, that's what these girls, especially I say it for myself, that's what I'm doing to make money. But if I'm being genuine and authentic through it, don't hate on it, just read it. I may be giving you a real life look at something you might be going. For instance, if I tell you about a car seat, even though it's paid, you want to know before you go spend $100, $200 on a car seat. I mean, does that make sense?
100%. Now, how can you tell if somebody's being authentic?
That's so tough. See, I just can read people. Like, I can tell when somebody is like, oh, my life is super perfect. I never have one bad photo or a bad day. Like, I'm pretty sure a lot of women nowadays can sense that stuff. I mean, you can sense it. You sense it on girls on my page, and you're a dude.
But I'm also digging in on a different level than some people when it comes to stats and analyzing pages. I'm talking about the stay-at-home mom who is home with her kids and is looking at product, and can she tell between what's bullshit and what is real?
Well, I would say, which I really respect about the Instagram tribe that I've grown, is a lot of girls would direct message me. Just write me, hey girl, I got a question. Like for instance, this is totally off topic, but it's a great point. A year ago, teamed up with Safety First for a car seat. I just teamed up with Britex for car seats. A girl just wrote me and said, hey, I have a question. I noticed you switched car seats. Is there any reason? I bought the Safety First one because of a post you did. I want to know why you changed. And I said, hey, quite honestly, it's because they asked me to team up. They want me to review it. She goes, I can't wait to hear what you have to say. Maybe I'll try it too.
Okay, so that's some really good points. And there's two sides of this coin. Actually, I really like what I just heard. So if you are a person that is just looking for information on a certain product and you want to hear real, what I just heard was if you want real, after that ad or that promotional piece comes from that influencer, message them and get their real feelings. I'm sure that they'll share it with you.
Or that's a great point too. If they don't write you back.
Yeah, if they don't write you back, they might not have liked it. And I can't talk for those people because that's going to get into my second point. And this is coming from a marketing branding standpoint, which is what I love and I love to dig into. If you really want to grow your social media presence and your followers, you've got to respond back.
Oh my God, yes. That's one thing that drives me crazy.
And it doesn't have to be every second of your day. Engage your kids, engage your husbands and your wives.
That's good.
And engage what you have to do. But you've got to set aside an hour, either in the evening, in the morning, or both, where you just do nothing but engage back with your following. Because if you can do that, then one, you've set aside enough time to spend with your family that you don't feel guilty. And two, you've set enough aside with your tribe, your Insta tribe, to make them feel special as well. So if you can do both, that's how you organically grow. You don't have to pay for that. That's just being you.
Drop the mic.
Boom! Boom!
That's good.
Okay, we're going to take a quick pause because Christina is trying to get me back from our first episode. I got Christina with youth slang. She had no idea I was doing it, and we basically went through and identified some of the terminology that the youth is using, and if she knew what it was. And it's hilarious. If you have not heard it, go back, go check it out on the website, nofiltershow.com. Go to episode 1 and give it a listen. And if you like it, give us a review. You can review us on iTunes, on Stitcher. You can do it on SoundCloud, anywhere. And if you give us a 5-star review, we'll actually read your name on air in the review if it's very, very good. So, all right. She's trying to get me back, so let's see what she's got.
Well, we could try to do this together, but I'm gonna make it more for you. Okay, so I decided to do Can you fill in the game show elimination catchphrase?
The what?
Okay, so shows that are on TV, like reality game shows.
So reality game shows.
Yes, that's what I said. You have to fill in the catchphrase. So I'm going to say a part of it, you fill it in. Ready?
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so we might do this together because I haven't done it yet. All right. You are the blank.
The bomb.
Okay, stop. Just listen to it.
Oh.
You are the blank. Goodbye.
You are the blank. Goodbye. You are the loser. Goodbye.
No. It's 2 words. You are the blank blank. Goodbye.
Is that from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
Okay, I just need the words. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give this one to you. You are the weakest link.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Didn't
you
get
are.
that one.
Yeah, no. Okay. Evidently, blank is not a factor for you.
Evidently, fear is not a factor for you.
Good
yeah,
job,
Joe Rogan.
Boise.
Yeah, Joe Rogan.
Take off your jacket and leave blank.
The kitchen now.
The kitchen.
It's Hell's Kitchen.
Yes.
Take off your jacket and go home. I don't know. He tells him something. He's screaming at
Take
him.
off your jacket and leave Hell's Kitchen. You're
Boom.
right.
I ate.
You're fired.
Oh, that's not. That's D. Trump. The Apprentice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got it right. Am I right? The Bachelor?
Yes.
All right.
But it's because you watch it secretly and try to pretend like you don't.
Yeah, you know.
Like
I'm just looking
most
for that
husbands.
rose. Actually, I tried to apply.
Anyways, how'd that go for you?
I got denied. They said that marriage wasn't.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah. Like, you're like, darn, I missed out on
It's
Corinne.
one of those things when you check that box, it automatically shuts down the application.
Yeah, it's weird. You could have got past like, oh, I'm married, and then you were like, I have 4 kids.
That really shut it down.
The whole computer just crashed.
Yeah, they're actually okay with the marriage part. They wanted a little, drama, but the 4 kids, they're like, oh hell no!
Yeah, no, you gotta go.
Go. All right, what do you got?
Please pack your knives and go.
That's Iron Chef.
Okay, that's not an option. Master Chef, Top Chef, Hell's
Master
Kitchen,
Chef.
Master Chef. Wrong, it was Top Chef.
Oh man,
I'm sorry, you've both been eliminated from the race.
The Amazing Race.
Yes.
I'm crushing it.
Yeah. Now, sashay away.
You know, that's a show I probably don't watch.
RuPaul's Drag
Yeah,
Race.
that's something about that just told me that was something I didn't hit the remote button for.
Your time's up. This was, you know what's funny is if you get this, I'll be very proud of you. But I was obsessed with the show. I'm looking back, I'm like, God, that was such an awful show.
Your time's up?
Yeah. I'll give you this hint. It was because of something they wore around their neck.
Yeah, I don't know.
Flavor of Love.
Oh, Flavor Flav!
You've been blank.
Alright, one more.
You've been blank. There's 5 more.
No, this is a long segment. Alright,
You've been blank.
Chopped.
Boom. Well, this was your final cut.
I have no idea.
Sheer genius.
Yeah.
Don't worry, neither of us watched
I don't
it.
even know that was a show.
Yeah, I didn't either, but now we do. You must leave the chateau.
Again, it's probably a show that I don't watch.
Joe Millionaire.
Oh, that was a really bad
Oh,
show.
here we go.
That was a terrible show.
The fact you're admitting to watching it is beautiful.
No, because you made me watch one episode and I don't think I ever watched
Ready?
it. again.
The tribe has spoken. I can't even say
Seriously?
that.
Is that Amazing Race?
Oh my god, it's Survivor.
Yeah, I never watched Survivor. I know that my boy Rudy from VB, he won. Was that like the first one?
Did he win?
Yeah, he won.
Oh, he won,
I don't
okay.
really know that.
Okay.
I just know that he's from Virginia Beach, and I just say Rudy.
Alright,
and
2
sometimes I
more.
see
2
him at
more.
the
Ready?
restaurant.
You've been evicted from the blank house.
The House of Love. What is that show? Big Brother.
There you go. Okay, last one. Your tour ends here.
That. Oh man, I think I know this.
You
Tour ends here.
is on VH1.
Oh, the Brett Michaels.
Rock of Love.
Rock of Love.
Well, Ryan, you got an 81%.
Hey.
You're a bit rusty, but we don't mind.
Hey, just wait till we get Christina on Hip Hop Trivia.
That's rude.
I can't wait.
Yeah,
if you even get a 21, I'll
So
give you a high
anyways,
five.
you did okay. That's it. Peace out.
Okay, so we kind of went off on a tangent there, but I think we just really skipped all the basic Instagram stuff and just went right in. So if you don't know how to set up Instagram profiles, Google it. If you don't know how to set up Facebook profiles, Google it. You will figure it out. What we are telling you is personal versus business, public versus private.
And a couple tips on how to have a cohesive page.
Yes. Give us some.
My top one would be, filters. You choose a filter. I have the worst time with this. Like, I'm down to call myself out. My page is not cohesive. I have mastered the other points that we're going to talk about, but keeping a cohesive feel to my page, it's just, I can't seem to grab a hold of it. Somebody that is killing it is Bethany Garcia. She's a blogger and an influencer on social media, and she actually has a couple great blogs that I've read that I've jotted down notes, but she has apps and ways to do it that are quick and simple. It's not one of those drawn out things, but she gives good tips on how to keep that look.
And what we'll do is we're going to try to get Bethany on the show and interview her and ask her
Come
some
to us, Bethany.
good quality content. We'll see if we can't take 20 minutes with her and pick her brain. But this is also going to be in the 6-part series that we're giving on Instagram and how to grow it. That'll all be compiled into a document that you guys will be able to download for free in the website, which is nofiltershow.com. So we've got the filter as the first tip. And what I found is if you're just starting your page, stick to 1 or 2 filters throughout the entire course of that page.
Yes.
Even if it is a filter that is different than what people are doing, if it's the same, you're going to have consistency. So pick the one you want.
Well,
pick the
also,
one
too,
that explains and defines your style.
I like how you said that, because even if it's different, you stand out that way. A lot of the top bloggers and influencers are doing the same thing. So take the path less traveled, as they say.
Yeah, but don't go too dark, because if you're going to go against the grain, then you're not going to have all white everything.
Yeah.
Hey, another hip-hop reference. Jay-Z, what up? Okay, so tip number 2, go.
Number of times you post. Okay, this will come into whether or not to have a business or a personal page on Instagram. But if you have a business page, it helps to have the stats to tell what time of day is the best time to post for you. My stats tell me that 9 a.m., 1 p.m., and 9 in the evening are the best times to post.
Where'd you find that? Where'd you find that information?
The stats.
Where's that?
I have a business page.
There you go. It's going back to the original point. Keep going.
Okay, so if I wanted to post 3 times a day, those would be prime time for me to post, because it's telling me that that's when my followers are engaging the most in my photos, which you want to post during the highest engagement times, because if you are an influencer or you are a brand trying to promote your product, you want to get that product in front of as many people in a short amount of time as possible.
Hey, guess what?
Hey, tell me.
Prime time. Do you know those time periods that CSI is on? I love CSI.
Is CSI even still on?
I don't know, but...
But The Bachelor is. Always refer to The Bachelor.
Hey, what was my boy's name?
On what?
CSI Miami.
Oh.
Yeah, what was his name?
No, I don't know. I'm Googling that.
Horatio Caine.
Oh, that was
That
the
was my
worst
boy.
CSI.
Hey.
That was the worst CSI.
When he give
drove
you
me
that
nuts.
look, he'd look at you like...
He didn't even look at you. He was like in glasses, like a weirdo all the time.
So good. All right.
Ugh.
Anyways, but prime time is when, Christina? Just give me a guess, even if you're not right. Give me a guess.
8 o'clock at night. Well, mine's 9. Mine's
But
9.
no. Prime time defined starts at 8 p.m.
Yes.
and goes until 10 p.m. Sometimes 10:30.
Okay.
If we're going by the network, CBS, NBC, Fox, all the major networks, your major primetime television shows are between 8 p.m. and 10:30. So that's when the most expensive TV commercials run. That's when the highest Super Bowl ads will go in during that time. That is when people are estimated to be watching the television the most during those times. But did you know what?
You tell me what.
There are more people scrolling Facebook and Instagram than there are watching during primetime television.
I believe that only because when I actually get a chance to have the TV to myself without forced spawn clinging to my leg, and I watch The Bachelor, during the commercials, I will scroll, or I will get on an Insta story or Insta Live to talk about it.
Let me ask you this question. When's the last time you watched a TV commercial?
I don't.
So 0.
Zip. Not
Okay. And you have regular cable?
Yes.
So you also stream?
Oh, yes.
Okay. And you have not watched a television commercial in a long time?
Yeah, I can't even remember.
Okay. I know that television commercials are expensive. I used to moonlight in the television industry
As a
selling television commercials, and I can tell you right now, to get a commercial in primetime television for local media is minimum $1,000, at least in this market.
Wow.
So, do you know how much it costs to advertise on Instagram and Facebook? You could do it for $5.
Oh, like if you promote yourself.
Yeah, if you just ran an ad on Facebook or Instagram, you can start at $5.
You're giving little to no credit to the influencers you could be paying.
No, what I'm saying is that it makes more sense to put your eggs in the social media basket than it does to thinking about trying to do radio or television. Because right now you've got more people on the internet than what it does to do on primetime television. You can pay an influencer a certain amount of money and they're going to give you a whole bunch more exposure than you're getting on television, and I will guarantee you it's probably 10 times cheaper.
Well, I agree that any amount that you pay an influencer, especially the top ones, like Amber Phillip, that girl, if I was a brand, I would pay that girl anything, because the way that she engages with people blows my mind. Like, during the Super Bowl, they should just pay Amber to, like, just wear and do whatever you want.
Speaking of Super, remember the Janet and Justin Timberlake one?
You love Justin Timberlake.
I got that feeling
Again, it's back to Trolls.
inside my bones. Because my little girl watches it on repeat.
Yeah,
Trolls is on fleek.
stop it. We learned last
Hey,
week
do you
what
know what I'm
Fleek was.
talking about? Go to episode 1. Check that segment out with Christina in the youth trivia.
Yeah,
It's
that sucked on my
hilarious.
end. Actually, I wasn't that bad. I wasn't that bad.
No, you did pretty good.
Yeah, thank
You
you.
can go check it out on nofiltershow.com. Go in there, click episode 1, leave us a review. Go to iTunes, download it on Stitcher, SoundCloud. If you give us a good review and it's 5-star review, we will actually read it and who it is on air.
So thank you in advance.
Okay, so tip number 3. We talked about filters. We talked about engagement. We are going
No,
to...
tip number 4. My husband can't count. Excuse him.
Are we on 4?
Yeah, because we talked about number of times to post,
Okay,
being engaged.
okay,
We talked about filters.
okay.
Did we talk about engagement? Yeah, we did. If
Number
we didn't,
4.
here's a recap. Yeah, because you said take time to comment with your followers.
Yeah.
Okay, so hashtags.
Hashtags. What do you think about it?
Well, listen, you're always going to have a difference of opinion on this. Me and Ryan do. I used to, first off, please God, don't use hashtags in your caption.
Why?
Unless it's one. Because that drives me nuts. Like, for instance, if I have a picture of my whole family, I'm like, Happy 4th of July. And then right after Happy 4th of July, it's like 20, like, hashtags.
America.
Yeah, like, that will blow my mind. I'll be like, oh my God, stop.
All right, take us out.
I just want to say thank you on behalf of Ryan and myself for joining us for episode 2. If you get a chance, go back, check out episode 1, listen to how I don't know what the word icy is, apparently with all these teenage kids. But give us a like, give us a comment, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and just follow along on our podcast. We will see you next week, and we're going to try to get Bethany on here. Sounds good?
I'm excited about that.
Me too. But everybody have a wonderful week. Stay tuned, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hey, YouTubers. Thanks for hanging with us.
I'm going to go eat my chips now.
Here's some extra credit.
Extra credit?
VIP.
It's extra footage.
Extra footage, the credits.
You didn't know you were getting a test apparently by Mr. Boyce over here.
I want to test.
Okay, well, that is going to be cut from wherever that is.
All right, guys. See you later. Peace.